Black and Blue. QUik-E video. Black and Blue.
Hi there and welcome to a new Plugin Guru video. My name is John Skippy Lemcool, and this is QUik-E number 29, making the sounds for the Harlem Shake. The Harlem Shake is this kind of internet YouTube kind of craze of all of these videos of people doing silly things to this track. And a number of my friends pointed out to me that I wanted to make sure you guys saw this. What most videos are is not the Harlem Shake. It's not the Harlem Shake. Here's the real thing. There's very specific moves with the shoulders. I can't do it very well, so I'm not going to try. These guys are very flexible. Anyway, so we're going to make sounds that you can use in this style of music. In fact, these sounds are found inside of the massive power pack that I have created. This sound and a whole lot of others. It's up to, actually, I put a number of patches today in from there was this really cool promotion on Beatport last October, and I made patches for massive. There were 6 patches I made in October, and I forgot that I hadn't put them into the library, so I put them in today. So all of you that own the library are going to get yet another free download, because that's how we do things. I'm not one of these just make a library and forget about it. It's kind of like it's a living creature and it keeps updating, and now it's up to, from 133, it's now at 152 patches, and I'll show you those in a second. So this is my website. There's a whole lot of different products that I make. I make libraries for a whole lot of different plugins. Check them out. Here's my Facebook page. Make sure you come and check out what's going on here. We're always talking about something cool and talking about new things, stuff like that. So we're going to take a look at a dubstep track next week, so get ready for that. And here we are. So basically what I'm going to do is, these are the sounds. So those are the sounds we're going to make. And what we're going to do is, you need to own the massive power pack to follow along. Or you can just watch. Either way, doesn't matter. But we're going to make this sound from another sound. And we're going to make this lead sound. And we're going to make this effect sound. But we're going to start with other sounds that are existing patches in the library. Let me show you real quick, for those of you that want a quick preview. The sounds for the Power Pack 1.5. Here's some of the sounds I did in October. Warrior Pulse. And you can actually turn off pitch, I think. So there's a whole lot of fun you can have just with that one patch. Here's the booms. There's 3 different ones. Different frequencies, different attacks that are kind of subtle. Hey baby, hey. So we got a fast EG controlling an LFO speed. Here's the sweeps, there's 3 of them. This is really affected in the lead. Couple other leads from the October library I did. Slightly overblown. and then squeaky. This is great for the dubstep guys. Power pack. So here's all the patches together, all nicely organized, and I have notes up here of what I used. So let's do the sweep first. We used Freak LFO tweaker. So I take off my glasses because glasses help me in distance. They don't help me for close-up, so it's best if I don't wear them. You all look fuzzy to me otherwise. So effects, LFO tweaker. Now the first thing you notice with this patch, that's going from top down. And we want to go the other way around. So go to the effects. We want to go the other way around. So come over here to the synth. And the first thing we need to do is take a look and read the interface to see what's going on. Noise is the main element that's doing what it's doing. There's a frequency shift, which is a big part of the sound. It's nice to be able to turn parts off and on. To be able to tell. So, and you can see right here where 3 is doing the pitch on here, 1 is doing the frequency shift of the cutoff over here. So we have 2 different envelopes in play. We got this one for the shifter. And what I need to do is I want to go the other way. I want to take it up, and go and click on here and drag it so that it goes the other direction. So it starts, this is kind of the starting point. And then at the same time, I have to do the same thing here. It's going to end up bright. All right, so the basic difference is that we needed to change the filter and the pitch, we need to change the filter cutoff and the frequency shifter set. Instead of starting at a high value and going down, they start at a low value and go up. So that's what we've done. Now, one place to look also is the noise. There's a whole bunch of different types of noise waveforms, and they're not necessarily noise. Some of these, like paper and stuff, are more. So these are really cool places to look for weird stuff. There you go. All right, so that's the basics of how we got to make this sound here, the sweep. So now it's oh, the one thing I didn't talk about, let's do it real quickly, is the LFO. I took LFO number 5 and I draw it up here, and then you click on 5 and increase that to be nice and wide. That's how wide the width of this LFO is being given. And then if you see over here, when you click on number 5, the LFO, I'm doing a thing where the same envelope that's raising the pitch of the frequency shifter is also speeding up this LFO over time. So the LFO going faster. Cool. Other than that, it's about basically the same as what we covered just a second ago. So now let's take a look at the lead. What did I start with? Let's take a look. We started with Spanky Lead. So let's go over here to the patches, to the leads. That's why I alphabetize things. There's Spanky Lead. Spanky. Going to simplify it quite a bit. Go to voicing. We don't want unison, just a single. And we can turn off oscillators 3 and 2 for now. So we want to come over here and let's choose square saw. Spin it all the way to the right and maybe take the knob, and invert it the other way. So if you want, you can. It's default as sawtooth, but if you bring the mod wheel up, changes the square. Now the main thing that differentiates this kind of a lead is this really strong pitchy G. How do we do that? Well, I don't think, let's see. Take a look at the patch real quick and do a quick scan through the envelopes and the LFOs and steps and see if you see any modulation sources being used. Nothing except 5, which is being used to bring in a pulse. But we won't be worrying about that at this point. Oh, I can do this. I can turn on 2 and 3. Just turn down their volume. That's good, because you want to be able to get it nice and dark and then fully get it bright, right? And like we said, the pitchy G, which is here. Let's use envelope 2. Just drag it over here. This is the pitch modulation. And all you have to do is go to decay. Make the release nice and long. Probably don't need the delay. And reverb can be shorter. So it's that pitchy G. Now what might be fun, since I killed unison, all right, I took from voicing, I took it to one voice, so unison no longer is in effect. So let's double click this and call it pitch EG. And let's drag this to be controlling the decay parameter. And let's make it really short, like not even noticeable. And then click right here and drag. How far do we want to go? We want to go really long. So if we want, let's bring it back. And if we want, let's do this. If you double click, actually control click to turn off the modulation sources. Let's turn these off. And here's another fun trick. Click and drag 7 over here. Give it a huge range if you want. Now you have the ability to control pitch. Let's call it wacky pitch. Pitchy. P-I-T-C-H-Y. And we should transpose it back up to be normal, because I need more range to go up higher. So now, since we turned off the reverb modulation sources, that means it's back to 0. So now we have control over the speed of the pitch. And we can do squeaky stuff and weird stuff. Now, it's typically a little bit dirtier sound. This is really clean. So let's go over here down to the delay and let's bring up like the classic tube. All right, So there's the lead. So to get the bass sound, we start with dark notch. So if you go to the library, go over here to, there's a ton of basses because basses are so important, and there weren't enough really cool basses to start with in this plugin, in the factory voicing, I thought. I like this because it's a nice cool sub, but it decays out, and we don't want it to decay out, right? So the first thing you want to do is go to the number 4. Number 4 is typically the amp envelope, and just go here to level. And you can have the release be short, but then be able to get long by using this knob right here. And then we put a pitchy G on it. We have one on there right now. With number 3 envelope, so we can slow that down. By the way, a lot of people are asking all the time for, it's really common in a lot of the dance styles to have this really cool sub going. Okay, all you have to do, it's pretty much the same as this. Now it's, see how it jumps immediately down? Why is that? Why is it doing that? I'll give you 2 seconds, 3 seconds. What would we need to change so that it doesn't immediately jump? It's right here, release. It's at 0, so it's very short. Find somewhere in between. Now you got like sub, bass, drums. And if you wanted to add noise to these, you could. Now, because I moved the noise, I wanted, right now the noise goes up here. It's mixed into this filter, which is really dark. So I moved it to 2, and I'd hear it once I take my balance to the middle. Go to your amp and turn it down. And those noises we were looking at earlier for the sweep, they're also cool here. For all sorts of... And color doesn't necessarily mean cutoff, because like for metal, it's doing the pitch. Now it's not following keyboard, right? If we want to follow keyboard, control-click here, say key groups, key tracking. And then give it some intensity, bring it down lower. And you just have to decide what you want the bottom to be. What to the top be. Or turn it off. And now you're back to sub. So to do the Harlem type of a shake bass, and if you're you're listening to this on computer speakers, you might not even hear this because it's, it's dark sub bass stuff. And then the attack and stuff is all up to you. If you want to bring up the cutoff, then shorten it, as we can do over here with the knock. So there's all sorts of ways to take this, all sorts of places. Oscillator 2 and 3 are down. Bring them up a little bit if you want. Go over here to the waveform shape. And you'll find all sorts of cool subs. And that's the basics of what we did to make these different the Harlem booms. 1, 2, and 3. And now you know how to change them. So there you go. Some ideas on making patches from existing patches to try to emulate an existing style of music. Oh, and someone also asked, we had a couple people already ask, I'm working on a drum library for Contact, and people are like, you know, there's not a lot of information about the Contact 5, just to talk about what it is. So I'm going to do a video on Contact 5. Lots to do. My goodness. All right. Talk to you later. Hope this helps. Hope you like. And get the Power Pack while it's on sale. All right. See ya. Bye.